The anti-AI panic needs to stop by RADAL, I think is how you say that name. I am unsure, but we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Also, please consider like subscribing. We'll go in and yeah, let's see what this is about. Let's see it.
We need to talk about AI.
AI has ruined my life.
We are all tired of AI at this point.
Reality can't even be trusted anymore.
Generative AI
is going to take over the world.
Growing nightmare that is AI-generated art.
There's even
And here we are, right? This is from 8 months ago, but it's gonna be nice to look back at how it looked 8 months and how it looks now.
name for it. AI slop.
AI slop.
AI slop.
AI slop. It's generic.
It's lazy.
Disgusting.
Parasitic. Boring.
Ugly.
Terrifying.
It seriously sucks.
Everyone should just commission artists
Instead of AI that forms any resemblance to what real art
Real art.
Real art.
real art.
Real art.
Real art.
looks like.
It's slop.
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 Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop.
Slop.
Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop. Slop.
Shut the fuck up! Every single day, I hear the same shit. Slop, 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 slop. Don't you have anything else to talk about?
Did you take your medicine?
No.
Sadly not, and it's still not better on Twitter. Listen. You will not stop AI, no matter how much you go after people that use AI, because you're barking up the wrong tree. You want to stop AI? You want to stop AI being used for the creative process? I have an answer to you. Bring it to your politicians, because without laws, you're not doing shit. Well, then again, the bubble is gonna burst. OpenAI is gonna run out of money by the end of the year. So at least that is good, but you're not stopping this. Sloppy slop. Yeah, you're not stopping this. You are not. No matter how much you bitch, moan, and cry, you will not stop this. This is the hard reality. And to a degree, right, it sucks. To another degree, it depends on, it can be good. For example, localization. I hate localizers because they don't localize it. They insert their own beliefs and own things that aren't part of the story, right, into it. We just recently had it with an anime where the localization added male fragility into it that wasn't in the original material. So if localizers get replaced by AI, I wouldn't be sad because they're not doing their job, right? The overall problem is that if you want to beat AI, you need to be the better alternative, and you're not. I see people on Twitter making animations for $250 a second. You heard that right? An animation, $250 per second. So if you make a 4-second animation, that's $1,000 gone. Art is a luxury. I agree with that, but you also got to be reasonable with how you sell it. And the truth is that if people see $250 per second, you're gonna see them use AI. Bubble burst. Nvidia may have said they're giving steering wheel to the AI. Yeah, could be probably. This was specifically just for OpenAI. They're running out of money, and Nvidia also broke the contract with them. Like they just said, nah, we good, and left them to die, and like a lot of other things as well. I don't think AI is gonna go away, but it's probably gonna break down to maybe like 3 or 4 big players, and the rest is just gonna die pretty much. That's how I see it.
Anti-AI people are some of the most sensitive, most insufferable, and most
They also don't. They also have another prop. Yeah, that's true. They're insufferable, but also there's another thing. Their arguments are useless. Because the same people that complain about, oh yeah, it uses up a lot of water. First of all, it kind of doesn't. It just uses water for cooling. But like, water doesn't disappear. But also, the same people eat burgers. Do you know how much water a patty needs? Do you know how much water is used for making one burger? I could generate hundreds of AI images and not reach the same amount of water. Big guy. The more you know. 1 second, that 1 second better have 250 frames for $250 is dude insane. I've also seen like small emotes go away for like $50, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather make my emotes then with AI instead, because I'm not paying I'm not paying $50 for like 4 small images. Okay, horrible. It's horrible. We have done something, and that is that we've actually rolled every time there's an actual artist, we roll out the red carpet when like we need to have them be part of reality and tell you, yo, you are not selling this. Nobody is going to pay for this. They don't want to hear that.
Informed people I've ever seen in my entire life. They see some random guy upload an AI generated image on the internet and they act as if someone ran over their fucking dog, bro. Why you laughing, bitch? Let me tell you something. AI is one of the best things to ever happen to art and content creation. And I'm sick and tired of pretending that it's not. And in today's video, I'm gonna debunk every single claim that people use to shit talk AI so that you finally understand how fucking amazing this technology is, especially for art and content creation. Let's begin! First of all, can we talk about how unhinged some of these anti-AI people are? We need a slur for people who constantly use AI.
Yeah, there's some quite insane people. Harassment, doxing, death threats. It is crazy. There are some deranged motherfuckers out there. Just because somebody AI generated a SpongeBob on a dildo-shaped Palkia, and like, you get the idea. It's like, it's stupid. Not all artists is bad there. I got a Joe just custom handmade mark book for €1. The problem, listen, the problem isn't the artists that actually like have a reasonable pricing, right? The problem is artists who want the red carpet rolled out for them. There's a huge problem with, for example, big content creator commissions small artist. Small artist gets a little bit of exposure, quadrupled or even like quintupled prices, because now big VTuber has commissioned art from them, and I'm like, yeah, you're not selling ever again. You know that, right? You can't go back to your regular job. It's like, no, it's not right. It's those artists. It's the ones that don't reasonably price, that don't know how reasonable prices know. They don't even know who they're like marketing their art to.
And ChatGPT.
What?
I would genuinely love to do physical violence to whoever creates AI art. Bro, what the fuck is this, man? Why the hell are they always so triggered, man? I genuinely think that anyone who is liking watching AI content deserves jail time at the very least. Jail time at the very least, bro. Yeah, AI should be illegal and punishable by up to 15 years in prison. 15?
That's diabolical, bro. That's actually diabolical. I mean, Poker, there are people on the internet who do AI art and pretend they made it. Of course, there's also people who sell AI art, which I'm also obviously not okay with. There's no way you can sell that. There's no way you should be able to sell it. Obviously. It's like, I agree with the premise that these people have, right? That like, AI shouldn't be involved in the creative process. I don't agree with their methods. See, I'm saying go to politicians, get laws. What they are doing is, I'm gonna shit on this person so much and harass them so that they will use AI even more. Because if there's one thing I've learned from humans, is that if you tell them to not do something, they will still do it, right? Tell a child to not do something, that child will do it. AI content is not bad though. I mean, remember Vlogger Gorilla? I can actually say that AI art can be really, really good and really, really creative and can take a lot of work. I've had a little of a deep dive at like, of these people that at least generate videos, and like, You actually have to know your stuff if you write those prompts to get a passable or even good result, right? I've looked at it and like I was like, I could actually not do that. Like I looked at it and like, yeah, just write a prompt. I could actually not, some of these I could actually not do. Like it does need knowledge of what you're doing, actually, right? They say like, yes, you don't need to have knowledge on how to draw and do art, but you do need to have the knowledge on how to actually do, like, write the prompts and change the prompts of, like, so you get what you actually want. We'll say if it's AR art, sell it for cents. I personally wouldn't want it, but the only thing I don't agree it's NSFW, etc. And selling AI stuff. At least do art and sell it of your own love and learning, not some AI. I think the selling part is definitely bad. You shouldn't be selling this. You should not be selling this. That's for sure.
Why so easy on them? I think it should be punishable by 50 years. Holy shit, bro. Not even Diddy got that long.
Out of pocket for that shit.
Predominantly black neighborhoods are losing access to water and clean air because of generative AI, bro. Bro, what the fuck is going on in the hood, bro?
Things has changed around here.
And now, probably the worst comment I've ever read. So there's this guy who apparently lost his mom when he was a child or something like that. And he only had like one picture of them together. So he decided to turn the picture into a video with AI so he can see how his mom is hugging him and shit, right? You know, kinda wholesome, whatever, bro, who cares? I don't have a soul anyways. What could you possibly see something negative about that, right? Well, someone did! AI is probably the biggest, most dangerous real-world source of dystopian info hazards. Let me just put in 17,000 buzzwords in the first sentence.
I mean, it is kind of dystopian, like AI generating a video of a dead parent. I mean, it's cute and wholesome, I give it that, but like, it's also a little weird. Let's not deny it. It's a little weird. Was it good? I missed it. It was fun. It was fun. We had some delusional Muslim women being like, "Oh yeah, Islam is feminist." And like, when asked, the favorite part was when asked why men don't have to cover up, one of them wasn't even able to defend it anymore.
Have you no soul? If I was the guy, I would literally just AI generate the mom to flip him off, bro. Just say, bro, that would be the funniest shit ever. So after going through tons of these weird-ass comments, I've seen some reoccurring talking points. Some topics that people bring up every single fucking time someone is saying anything positive about AI. And I'm gonna debunk them all. Starting with the dumbest arguments. Because there's one thing that I always see these anti-AI people mention, which is the environment.
AI is bad for the environment.
Your use of AI is killing the planet, killing the environment.
You know what's hilarious about this? Most of these people live in the US, and one of their biggest energies, right? The biggest forms of energy they use is coal. Coal. Let me repeat that. They went after AI, and this argument is still around, by the way. It's been 8 months, right? And this argument is still around. Coal, which is one of the dirtiest forms of energy you could get. Coal. They're not going after coal, though. They're going after funny AI pictures.
ChatGPT uses this much water for a 100-word email.
An absurd amount of water.
Y'all need to stop using AI. It's wasting 15 liters.
It's also like, oh, don't use AI. AI is bad. You use YouTube. You use Google. And even before AI was like everywhere in there, there was still AI, right? The algorithm is still AI. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever, everything, games, everything uses in some way, shape, AI. So like the anti-AI crowd, because some of them are generally no AI at all. They didn't even comprehend that like AI was going to be in there anyways. Huh. But going green isn't the way if you want your economy to do well. You should know this very well. Yeah, of course. That's why it's not working, and we're still pursuing the dream of going green. But fun fact, did you know that if you build like these wind parks, right, and you remove them later on, you cannot use that land anymore to regrow things because everything gets obliterated there. Because there's microplastic everywhere. Did you know that? That's really funny. But yeah, going green doesn't work. It doesn't, because everyone else doesn't do it, so kind of financially bad decision. Horrible. Optimally, you'd probably go a mixture, probably of, if you wanted to, probably a mixture of like green energy and nuclear. That's the only thing you could do. Yeah, I was, but none the way we see from these 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna get worse, by the way. They literally can slap an AI filter over the new Resident Evil. You're not escaping this. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. You're gonna see full-time AI content creators sooner or later. It's everywhere. Every game will have AI. Every TV show will have AI. You're not escaping this. It's great. Everyone should do it, right? But if you are the only one doing it, it's dumb. It doesn't work. It just doesn't produce enough energy. That's the problem. It's not effective enough. That's the whole issue.
Of water. Oh my god, bro. This shit is drinking more water than a cow, bro. Since I'm a very curious person, I wanted to see if this claim is true. It's not only false, it is very false. Because I found out that one ChatGPT prompt wastes around 1/15 of a teaspoon of water. And for the visual learners, this is around 15 liters of water. Yeah, bro, 1/15 of a teaspoon or 15 liters? Brother, it's almost the same, isn't it? But I know what you're thinking. Obviously, this is just a text prompt. For image generation, they're using way more water, right? True. Because one AI-generated image uses up 1 to 4 liters of water. At least according to ChatGPT. And this is the proof that AI just uses up way too much water, right? Not so fast, cowboy. Have you ever eaten a hamburger? Because one hamburger patty uses up 1,500 liters of water. And that's
why I'm saying most of these people are hypocrites. That's why I'm saying most of these people are hypocrites. Do you understand now why I'm calling them hypocrites? Because why the fuck are you eating on a burger? You shouldn't be eating a burger. The burger should be eating you instead.
just one singular hamburger patty. To get the same amount of water waste with ChatGPT, you need at least 4.5 million text prompts or generate around 500 images. But RADAL, I'm a vegan anyway. One cup of coffee wastes around 140 liters of water. But hey, as long as anti-AI people stay consistent and don't drink coffee, we should be fine.
Because if AI stands for artificial intelligence, then who has real intelligence?
Democrats control the weather.
That's hilarious.
Think about the impact on the environment.
If you want to save the environment, you should probably stop eating burgers and stop drinking coffee instead of lying about how much water AI is wasting. Why the hell are people spreading misinformation? It's rude! Oh god. And now, one of the most annoying things ever, bro. If I haven't triggered you by now, I'm probably gonna trigger you with the thing that I'm gonna say next. A lot of times, when people wanna shit on AI, they say things like,
you should always choose to commission real artists to make actually cool pieces of art.
Everyone should just commission artists instead of using AI.
Pay your artists! Support small businesses! No disrespect. But why would I give a fuck? Why would I give a person money for a product if AI can do it much cheaper, much faster, and sometimes even better than the artist?
Or more consistent. It's 4 from McDonald's, so it ain't that much. It ain't that much. See, these people are dumb. These people are dumb. Because you know what's also a problem for artists? It's bad practices. See, if I have to constantly reach out for weeks and months to know how far done my piece of art is that I commissioned, then we have a problem. If you cannot deliver it on time when you say you can, That's a problem. If I have to go after you, there was somebody in the VTuber space who went after an artist for years to get a piece of artwork that they commissioned. It took them years to finish it. What are we doing? Yeah, no wonder. Of course. Then I'm gonna go for AI. Again, all the problems why AI is winning is you can't put very much on artists because of their own incompetence. Because, yeah, if I have to wait like 3 years, yeah. Oh, McDonald's, that's 2 whole burgers. Yep.
Himself.
Why should you pay artists instead of generating art for free? Because you should care about other people.
Supporting humans in human jobs is good because they need to, like, live. Huh? If your livelihood relies on people giving you money, not because of your product, but because you're human, brother, you have a very strange business strategy. There's a lot of people that say that art is a luxury. Not everyone should be able to afford art. But the thing is, a lot of people who buy art don't buy art because of artistic reasons. They buy it for practical reasons. Imagine this. You're some random guy from India and you want to buy a logo for your hot dog stand. You go onto Twitter to commission an artist for your logo, and you find people who are selling fucking emojis for $30 a pop, and you're like, bro, how the fuck
Yeah, $35 for an icon. It's probably not even that good. A problem I see right now at AI, not all but some sites use NSFW to make deepfakes of people you hate, to make fake NSFW stuff. As example, I don't know, make them naked or something. I don't know. Yeah, obviously that's wrong, and I think that should be criminalized. And I think it's a lot of places it has become already criminalized. Can I put poke in AI and ask for a chibi version? I mean, you can, but why would you? See. Yeah, obviously, and that's wrong, right? That's wrong. That's not what it should be used for. I think the more so the problem is what it's currently being used for, right? Anybody remember the Yo Grok put this person in a bikini, right? Anybody remember that? Yeah, that was a problem.
am I supposed to afford this shit? So if I was the Indian in question and I saw people on Twitter charging my entire weeks of earnings for a commission, I would just think to myself, why the fuck would I do that? Why would I pay someone a random commission hoping that he's gonna come up with something that I actually want if I can just ask an AI over and over and over again until it gets it just right by paying a fraction of a fraction of a fraction the cost? Why? So the whole support artist thing, I don't understand. If I want to support someone, I would just give him money for free. I would just donate to him. I wouldn't just buy shit that I don't need, right? Oh god. And now let's get to my favorite topic. AI is theft.
What?
Generative AI operates off of stolen work.
A lot of people are saying that using AI is inherently bad because for AI to work, it needs to be trained on already existing content. And usually it's happening without the artist's consent, right? Now my issue is, isn't that what art is anyways? Go to any Twitter profile ever. What is the first thing you see? Anime shit. A lot of fucking anime. That's very weird. Did all of those people just come up with the anime art style by themselves? Or did those people learn the art style from other people's content? No way! No! The only way for a person to create art is if you're inspired by other people's art. Like, did this guy get permission to draw Naruto? Did this guy get permission to draw Son Goku? Probably not.
I really hate the stealing argument. I kind of hate it because if you get inspired by another art, someone's art, right, and you copy their art style, isn't that just like stealing? Okay, I can even do gore, by the way. Yeah, I'm aware, but like, I'm just like, because like, I just don't like that argument. It's not really stealing, because like, it would only be right. It would only be, like, is it already stealing? Main problem's privacy, to be honest, yeah. Is it stealing if I, like, download it? Isn't that not already stealing? Right? If I click on, like, a Twitter, right, you can, like, straight up download images. Is that already stealing? Son Goku, that's Vegeta. Yep, and you can't even spell Vegeta, right? So it won't get that much better.
And if you ask those same people if they support AI art, they'd be like, no, AI art is bad because it's trained on other people's content. Yeah. Like you did, right? Or did you get consent to draw Sonic and then sell fan art of it? Probably not. And this is not only a thing with random internet artists, even the biggest artists in the world right now, people like Hideo Kojima, who people are worshipping as if he's Jesus Christ himself, created art that is either heavily inspired or sometimes blatantly copied by other people's work. How is this shit any less different than when AI is analyzing tens of thousands of pictures to create a unique one when you type in a prompt? Hint, it isn't. Here's a little hot take. If AI is theft for taking other people's work, then the biggest thieves on the planet would be content creators. People are using memes in their videos, right? Do YouTubers have licenses to use memes like that? Like if you're putting like a...
Like technically, right? By their definition, me reacting to his video is technically quote-unquote stealing. I'm just saying. That's weird. 25 years ago, copyright rules was widely different. In 25 more years, it'll be forbidden to think about art someone else made. Probably, who knows? It's just like, these things, I just don't consider them really like, it's just like, you're gonna find out the hard way, because instead of like, it's at this point it's a adapt or die situation, right? When basically writers, right, back then you literally had to like copy somebody's writing to multiply, for example, a book, right? You had to write it down if you wanted to copy a text. And then we got printing, and these people either adapted or died, and it's gonna be here pretty much the same: adapt or die.
SpongeBob meme in your video, did you ask Viacom or Nickelodeon or whoever the fuck if you can use SpongeBob in your video? Like, technically you would need like a license for that, even if it's a meme. Technically this is not legal, right? Or like, how many YouTubers are using random stock images in their videos? Like, did you pay for that? Can you use that? Is this ethical to steal people's like product, steal people's art, steal people's photography that they uploaded onto stock images to make money? Is this legal? Is this ethical? Is this moral? Because everyone's doing it. Like, I'm not pretending to be like better than everyone else, because obviously I also use random fucking shit off the internet in memes, right? But I'm not standing there and being like, yeah, but are you ethical? No, are you ethical? Is this ethical? I would never do this. No, I'm an ethical YouTuber. I would never do this, pendejo. So why are we focusing on AI that indirectly replicates someone's work when there's YouTubers who are literally using other people's content unedited and showing them in their videos? You would think that one thing is much worse than the other, but people don't give a fuck. They just want to shit talk AI for
because it's the current thing to do. It's always, I support the current thing, and the current thing is to cry about AI.
No reason. And now we're gonna go full circle to my favorite talking point.
Slop.
AI is slop. We should ban AI because it's gonna unleash tons of slop onto the internet. Have you ever spent a single second on the internet before? Brother, 99% of internet content is slop anyways. What? Most of the shit that you see online is random, unwatchable garbage anyways. I don't think that a couple of dancing cat videos is gonna do much to the internet environments, bro. Don't get me wrong. I agree. AI is gonna make garbage content way more easy to make. But guess what? So has every type of invention ever. You know, like, people have been ranting about phone cameras because now everyone can take a random mirror selfie without any artistic value whatsoever. So we have to ban digital cameras to have less slop. Well, no. Phone cameras do make it easier to create shit photos, but it also gives photographers who are good at photography much more access to create amazing pictures. Or like video editing programs. 100 years ago, you needed to fucking cut film rolls and stitch them together to edit a video. Nowadays, you pull that shit into CapCut, you click one button, boom, you have automatic transitions. We should ban video editing.
True. It'll always be like that. And we're not that far away. I remember when people were crying about VDAL and Neurosama, right? It's like, oh, we already have AI YouTubers. I'm like, bro, the man behind Neurosama sat down and worked on her for years, and like the same people have cried about that. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Programs. No, although it's now much easier to create shitty videos, but people who are good at video editing have it much easier to create insane videos that otherwise would have never been possible. And that's the same shit with AI. A lot of AI content is garbage, I agree, but people who are artistic can use it to make insane content that otherwise would have been impossible to make. Like even in my video right now, I used AI to help me create scenes. Like for example, this scene where I'm a cowboy. This cow isn't real. This boy isn't real. I mean, it is.
That's a horse. Horse. That's a horse. That's not a cow. Though it would have been funny if cowboys used cows instead of horses to ride on. So,
It's me. But I basically screenshotted a still image from a video, threw it into ChatGPT, and told it to create a cowboy scene. And it just immediately delivers a perfectly matched image. Keeping the camera perspective in mind, the colors, the lighting, the focal length of the lens, everything is just perfect. And all I have to do now is do some basic masking, rotoscoping, tracking work and shit like that. And I know there's gonna be some people who are gonna be butthurt as fuck that I did the scene in AI. But the thing is, if I did this shit by myself, I would have literally just went to Google, type in cowboy on horse, literally just take the first fucking image I see, and obviously pay for the stock image like every other YouTuber, shittily Photoshop my head onto his face, and then call.
is this now blackface or is it black body? Because you photoshopped your face on a black man. I think that's how they call in Serbia. He's Serbian but lives in Austria. Interesting.
It a day. You know what I mean? Like, me doing it with AI has more of an artistic value, more work and effort put into it than me just doing it by myself. And this is why I think AI is the best invention for art, because it can do things that you hate doing, so you can focus on the things you actually enjoy. Alright, I really hope that I could change some of you people's minds on AI. I really think it's an amazing technology with so many benefits. It pains me in my heart when I see people shitting on it because, brother, AI has completely changed my workflow. This technology is making editing so much more fun to me because I can actually do stuff that would have taken me fucking 6-7 hours before that. The AI phobia needs to stop. Please!
In other words, guys, and with that, I'm ending this one, right? In other words, don't love your AI. AI your love. Wisdom with poker. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.